Hi everyone. Today we discuss about cash management. In previous classes we already discussed what is working capital and what is the importance of working capital and working capital related problems also. Now we discuss cash management. Okay. Before we discuss about cash management, first of all we have to know what is the meaning of cash. Okay. Everyone know that cash is one of the current assets. Okay, current assets in any business organization need to maintain cash in all the time. That means every time the organization has to maintain sufficient cash in their hands. In business organizations also need to keep sufficient cash in their hands. But if any shortage of cash, that means any shortage of cash compulsory it should be disturb their business operations. If the that is the main reason the organization has to maintain sufficient capital. But lack of cash, then automatically it will be creating some problems in their business operations. On the other hand also, on the other hand, if the excess of cash is also not going to help, that means more cash is there, more cash is there, that more cash will be wastage. For example, you need only 100 rupees but you have 1000 rupees is there, the remaining amount is the wastage. You have to use only 100 rupees, remaining 900 rupees is the wastage. Okay, that is the excess, that 900 is the excess, so that is the wastage of money. Then coming to the introduction, this everyone know that cash is the money which a business concern can disburse immediately without any restriction. That means you can use that cash without any restrictions also. Even we can consider cash in coins, currency, check. Okay, check. In these all the cash. Then coming to the cash management. Okay, cash management. In simple terminology, cash management is nothing but cash inflows and outflows. Management of cash inflows and outflows. That means the management is the process of collecting and managing cash flows. Cash flows is nothing but inflows and outflows also. That means the cash management is very important in business organization, and not only for the business organization, it should be more helpful to the individuals also. So that is the reason every person has to clearly get some knowledge to manage their cash flows. Okay, that is the cash management. And then coming to the what are the motives for holding cash, motives for holding cash. Then we have four different type of motives is there. Let us see one by one. First one is the transaction motive. And second one is the precautionary motive, and third one is the speculative motive, and fourth one is the compensating motive. Okay, these are the four different type of motives is there. Okay, let us see one by one. First one is the transaction motive. Okay, transaction motive is nothing but they are holding cash or near cash. Okay, near cash is nothing but marketable securities. That near cash, that securities will be also converted into cash within short period of time. So that is the reason that marketable securities that should be also treated as a cash. Okay, to meet routine cash requirement, that means day to day operations in the business organization. For example, simply cash is needed to make purchases of raw material, pay expenses like payment of salaries, payment of wages, paying of taxes, paying of dividends. That all should be treated as a daily operations. Okay, so if you have to pay the taxes, compulsory we require cash. You can pay salaries, cash is required. That you can pay dividends, cash is required. So you have to manage the day-to-day activities. Compulsory we have to hold some cash. That is the transaction. That means you have to do normal transaction in day-to-day transaction in your business organization. Compulsory we have to hold some cash. That is the main. And second, go for the second one, precautionary motive. In this precautionary motive, holding cash to meet unexpected contingencies. unexpected contingency. That means we should not expect that situation. We should not expect. To overcome that situation, compulsory we have to hold some cash. For example, you have to take the example, even unexpected situation like a floods, strike, these are the things. But floods we are not expecting that. Strikes will be also we are not expecting that. Okay, so to overcome that problems we have to maintain some cash. That is the precautionary. We have to take the precautionary to overcome the unexpected problems. Okay, that is the second one. Then coming to the speculative motive. Speculative motive is nothing but we have to holding some cash to quickly take advantage of opportunities. Typically outside the normal course of business. Okay, typically normal course of business. That means you have to hold some cash. That cash will be also needed to meet an opportunity. For example, purchase of raw material at a reduced price. Even if I take the example, the raw material, one quantity of raw material price is 100 rupees, but some reasons the one quantity raw material decreases 100 rupees to 90 rupees. That means you have to save 10 rupees. That means immediately you have to purchase the bundle of raw material at a time. You are ready to purchase the bundle of raw material at a time means you have to hold some cash in your hands or in your business. So immediately you have sufficient cash is available in your business, then immediately you can purchase the more quantity of raw materials. Then also you have to save the 10 rupees. That 10 rupees is the benefit. That is the opportunity. Then coming to the last one, compensative motive. Compensative motive is nothing but it is a motive for holding cash to compensate banks for providing certain services. Even we are well know that banking is a service industry. The banks will provide the services to their customers, or also they are provide some loans also. To provide that services, the particular banks or the particular customer has to maintain or hold some cash. Okay, simply it is the main motive of compensative motive. The main compensative motive holding cash to compensate bank for providing certain services or loans also. So that is the reason clients are supposed to maintain a minimum balance of cash at the bank. That means already we know that, for example, you have saving account is there, current account is there, compulsory you have to maintain minimum balance in that account. That minimum balance we cannot use but you have to maintain that balance in your account. So that is the compensative. You have to hold, for example, 1000 rupees minimum balance. That 1000 rupees is the compensative. Why you are giving compensative means based on the getting services from the banks. That is a compensative motive.